Alright, let's get ready to do this. So today I'm going to be talking about my biggest regrets and the things that I wish I knew before I started this YouTube channel. So let's go. So my channel is Media Magpie Ka-Pow, and it started back in 2011. At the moment, I've only got 135 subscribers after 12 years, so that's obviously not a successful YouTube channel. And you can see that even though I've made 52 videos, which isn't that much, I get it, but there's, you can see that it hasn't been that successful. I'm going to explain to you the things that I wish I knew before I started this YouTube channel and things I would do differently, and also the changes that I intend to make coming up very soon. And stick around to the end and you'll find out my biggest regret. So Media Magpie Ka-Pow, I sort of chose that originally because of the magpie, and basically, magpies have a reputation for collecting shiny things. The Australian magpie does that a little bit too, but it's mainly the European magpie that is based on. And the idea was a magpie collecting different kinds of media. And then when I was looking at the name of that channel, I found that there were similar names. So I added the Ka-Pow part as like a kind of exciting, Ka-Pow like you see in the comic books. And I started this video, YouTube was relatively new to me. I know that YouTube started in 2005, but it was still sort of a new-ish thing, and it was just, YouTube influences and things like that were just starting to get out. And I had studied some television production at university, but hadn't really done much with it. I'm actually a teacher, and I thought I would just make a channel just to have some fun and learn about it. And it was basically with my kids, and we were doing their games like Minecraft and Sonic. They were listening to YouTubers about their games, and I thought it would be fun for them. And really, at the start, we were just doing games, chess, board games. I was really shooting like them playing on the TV, big screen with their iPad. So it was very simple, and the production was very low. A lot of those videos I have since deleted. I started my YouTube account, and this was the photo I used, and the joke was, this is me eating my lunch, and my students, because I teach immigrants and migrants and refugees who have come to Australia and want to learn English, and many of them are Chinese, so they get a kick out of the panda. This is my banner at the moment. One of the things I use is this monster teacher, and I'll talk about that later, but this is my banner. It was a hand-drawn banner. This is the actual full one. So looking at it now, it's pretty embarrassing actually, but you can see, there's Star Wars, there's dragons, there's the Monkey King, there's Totoro, there's a bit of Lord of the Rings. I don't know what that gem is, maybe triple gem, I don't know. There's a star, computer games, a bit of Thor. So, like, it's pretty childish, and it's not very professional. So that's one of the things that I'll be looking at to change. It was good though. I'm glad I did what I have been doing, because I have learned a lot. I was learning, I was getting better. I started, ditching the iPad and as a camera, and I started to use my computer. I was using Screen-O-Matic through my university. I'm still using Screen-O-Matic. It's now called ScreenPal, and even though they don't pay me for this, they do let me use this stuff for free. So I am very happy. They have done me a solid by it's a free service. You can use it as well. It's now called Ka-Pow, and they've just added editing. So a very simple editing suite, which I've never used before. I usually just go straight through, and that's interesting. I'm looking forward to using that. So the actual channel though evolved into becoming more like a PowerPoint centered, making it for my students who study English, and they so that was sort of ACSF level 3 and 4. ACSF is the Australian Core Skills Framework. There was a bit of IELTS, there was, whatever I needed to do on online, grammar, reading, writing skills, that sort of thing, academic skills. And that was a big part of the course, and big part of the channel, and part of my course as well. And I basically made a lot of videos on that theme, and that's what you'll find on there today, including my most controversial video, which was that you shouldn't use Wikipedia as an academic source. And boy, that was an interesting video. I got a lot of abusive emails about that, a lot of messages that were abusive. I mean, I'm talking swearing. People were really upset. It was a successful video. It got a lot of views, but also there were a lot of dislikes, and people were very vocal and wanting to talk about this issue with me. And I didn't think it would be that controversial. It was it was very surprising to me, especially the vitriol that I received. And the fact is, you cannot use Wikipedia as an academic source, and I don't make that rule up. It's just if you're at university or at school and you want to use a source, go talk to your teacher and ask them, can you use Wikipedia? And I guarantee that they will say no. I didn't make that rule. It's just Wikipedia is not an academic source because it's not peer reviewed. So I'm sorry that was so controversial, but there you are. And I did take that video down just because I got sick of, I didn't want the negativity. My most popular video was how to play Risk, and that was a really interesting video because it started off really popular and it was getting like thousands of views, and it was just like skyrocketing. And then, but it was a little bit old. It was sort of still using just photos and the PowerPoint. I guess I'm still using that as a way of doing this video, so that's something I need to look at. And I noticed that it started to get a few dislikes too, like after years and years, and that was interesting. And I wondered whether it was because it was old. And I ended up taking it down just because the dislikes were starting to get even to the likes. And sometimes I regret taking it down because it was sort of the flagship of this site, and it did have many views. Perhaps I made a mistake deleting that. Maybe I'd do it differently. I deleted other videos too. Some of the videos were with my kids when they were young, and it was a bit stupid, and not that they were stupid, that I was stupid, and the things that I was talking about were stupid. And I just thought, as they got older and went into high school, I didn't want them to get embarrassed. It's hard enough being a kid these days with social media and online bullying and stuff. So I just got rid of everything like that. And there's a few other things I just cleaned up, trying to focus my channel as an English teaching site rather than the games and stuff like that. Then I got really busy and I just got bored with YouTube and it wasn't working out, so I just went to work and earned my pay. And also I was writing, and that's a very time consuming hobby to have. And it's not something where you just magically write the book. They've got one book I've been writing for 30 years, another book that I've been, I'm on multiple, like 36 edits of. So my writing is my main thing, and that's what I want to do, and so that's what I threw my energy into, and as a consequence I didn't make any new videos, and so there wasn't any new content, and so for years the channel just stagnated basically. So what's going to change? So this channel trailer, I used to have one. I just took it down because it's boring, repetitive. I must admit, even when I visit my own channel, I was putting it on pause, and I fully agree with the idea that it's not useful. And if you really would like to see what it was, that's the video there. It's still in the news part of this video channel, so if you go to news, you'll see that video. You can check it out. What do you think? Do you think that it's good to get rid of these channel trailer features? I personally think it is. I'm going to be choosing a new banner. I've used some AI to help me out. Let me know in the comments which one you think is best. I think I really like, we've got the Viking here, we've got the teacher. That fits in with my Monster Teacher brand, but it's more like teaching monsters, whereas actually Monster Teacher is a monster. Which one do you like? We've got the wizard here. I like this one. I don't know what it is. For some reason the AI thought that Media Magpie was all these birds, so added a lot of birds into it. We've got wizards and monsters and zombies and aliens. That's also interesting. Well, let's talk about it. My voice isn't great. I get comments about it. Some people say, my voice is relaxing and nice. Other people say that it's boring. I get it. I don't like my voice either. I think most people don't like their own voice when they listen to it. But unfortunately, it's the only voice I got. I'm looking at AI, and maybe I'm going to start using some of that. That's something I need to work at as I improve my production quality and start to toy with some new softwares and things like that, so that I can start making better videos using an AI voice rather than my own tired, croaky old voice. In my initial video, if you go and listen to some of my old videos, the sound quality was quite bad. I don't have one of these, expensive microphones. I don't have a studio actually. I'm just in my lounge room next to the TV, and the fridge has just started up. Maybe you could hear that, but it means that if I'm doing my laundry with the washing machine in the next room, I can't record or make anything like that. So I was using the microphone on my computer, which is a terrible idea. It sounded really tinny, and I had a lot of problems with that. And so I bought a gamer's headset, and that's the microphone I'm using right now. And I still think I could improve on this, obviously, and having a studio would be great, or even just a room dedicated to being a studio would be great, but unfortunately that's a bit beyond me at the moment. And so this is something I'm going to be working on in the future, and I have worked on trying to get the best microphone I can. I need to think about how I start the videos. I noticed a lot of people are like, what's going on guys, and hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, and I think that's actually boring. And I've been out on a tour guide sort of thing, and even somebody in the crowd that was with me was like, what's going on guys, and I just thought, oh my god, so I think that's actually changing in YouTube, and people are going to use that less and less. I need to make better content, and I need to think about that more. I know that I'm going to be doing that. I need to think about the channel identity. This is my biggest regret, or something I need to think about is, what exactly is this channel? It seems, as you can see by the banner, it's a lot of things. So, if you like my video, please subscribe and stay in tune for all the great things that are going to happen. Thanks a lot for listening, and bye for now.